Hi everyone, it's Father Mario, the pastor of Saints Peter and Paul.
And I'm Vlad Momoradlo, the lay youth pastor here at Saints Peter and Paul Church. Thank you to everyone who emailed us a video of you dancing to Jerusalem. Submissions are still open if you want to send us a video.
Over the next 3 videos, we want to present our church motto for the next school year. It focuses on 3 words: cherished, chosen, and changed.
Cherished. What does this mean? Well, when you cherish something, it means you're always looking out for it, you're always thinking of it, and you're always caring for it. Our parents and grandparents show us this kind of love. They're always looking out for us, always caring for us. And this is how Jesus treats us. We are cherished by Him.
God cherishes us. How do we know this? Because God the Father sent Jesus, His Son, to model for us perfect love by dying on the cross. He showed us that the love is unconditional and sacrificial.
Unconditional love? This means that Jesus didn't wait until we were perfect to give His life for us. He offered His life precisely when we were far from Him. And sacrificial love. This means that Jesus put our own needs over His own. He knew we needed an example of perfect love, and He showed it to us, even if it meant dying on the cross.
This is how God shows us how much He cherishes us. In Jesus, He showed us sacrificial and unconditional love. And because we have that example, we are now able to love as He loved. This is in our Bible in 1 John chapter 4, verse 19. It says, "We love because God first loved us."
Because of Jesus, we too can love sacrificially and unconditionally. We can love someone no matter what, and even when it isn't easy to do so. What does this mean? Well, meet Peter and Venora.
Hi, my name is Peter Chimura.
And I'm Venora Cardoso. So, August of last year, Peter and I coincidentally met at a Spiritus Vitae event. It's a Catholic young adult ministry. We were put in the same group, but at that point, Peter was getting over a past relationship and I wasn't in the position to get into a relationship, and we didn't really make an impact on each other. 2 months later, so October 2019, we met before another Spiritus Vitae event. And I walked in, and small talk led into wanting to get to know each other more. And yeah, 1 month later, we went on our first date, and we decided to go for coffee at like 3 p.m. because we thought that would be a good time to meet, to save time before dinner. If it didn't go well, we would kind of call it a day, but we ended up talking until like midnight. And
yeah, it was a very special date. We got to know each other a lot. We felt very comfortable with each other from the start. It just felt right.
So November 2nd was our first date, and Peter proposed 1 year later, November 2nd.
That's why you picked November 2nd.
Yes.
It was like, it's all souls.
Yeah, so from the start, Renora and I, our faith has always been very important to us. And the very first date we went on, Renora told me that she always wanted Jesus at the center of our lives. And it's not just, like Father Mario said during our proposal, it's not just 2, but it takes 3 to make a marriage work. And in all our trials that I know that we'll go through in the future, we'll need Jesus' help to get through it. And He's the perfect example of love. And so when I was thinking about a proposal, I think the Holy Spirit enlightened me and said, this is the way to do it. But we love because God loved us first. Really tells us that we're only able to love because God shows, He loves us unconditionally. And so He demonstrated that perfectly with His Son. He gave up His only one Son on the cross. Even though we didn't deserve it, He sacrificed Himself so that we could be with Him one day. It really struck a note with me when she said, love isn't a feeling, it's a choice. It's a choice that we make every day. And so that's a choice I want to make for the rest of my life with her. In the good and the bad, in the sickness, and anything that we go through, that we make that choice each and every day.
Screeners and cleaners, just pause for a moment. I'm going to be giving a blessing to this couple. Before the blessing, I think we have a question that needs to be asked.
Honora. This past year has been so amazing to me. I can't believe that this is actually happening. I never thought anyone could love me the way you do. God has blessed me so much in my life. And you are just proof again and again that God exists. When the first time we went on a date, you told me that you'd always want God at the center of a relationship. I want that for the rest of our lives. You are so amazing. I love you so much. You are the best thing that's ever happened to me. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I want to journey with you for the rest of my life. On the journey to heaven with God at the center of our lives, and that our soul reunites with Him one day. So, Venora, will you take this journey with me? And will you marry me?
You see, because God shows us how much we are cherished by Him, we now can show that same type of love to other people. This is our challenge for you this week. Ask your teachers to help you memorize the verse, "We love because God first loved us." 1 John chapter 4, verse 19.
Secondly, what can you do this week to show your family and friends that you cherish them? This is our first word for the day, cherished. Next week, we'll take a look at the second word and what it means, chosen. See you next week. Couples Question Challenge Catholic Edition. Who apologizes first after a fight? Who knows more about the saints? Who's the funny one? Who's more romantic? Who owns more rosaries? Who's more patient? Who's the better cook? Who knows the Bible more? Who said I love you first? Who is more stubborn? Who is the bigger baby when sick? Who's the messy one? Who spends the most money? Who talks about Jesus more?